Hello YouTubers, my name is X Factor. Welcome back to some Plants vs. Zombies, Gardens and Graveyards, defending as a plant. So today we're looking at the brand new variant, the Berry Shooter, which is in the same slot as the Pea Shooter. And the question is this thing OP, O-H space P-E-A. See what I did there? This seems to be the flavor of the moment, and let me go over a couple thought processes to why I don't think this is so much a side grade as to this is the definite slot to use if you're using the Pea Shooter. Number one, point blank direct hits, 40 bomb to the face, and then if you miss, it's got a 20 splash and the radius is massive. There's gonna be multiple times where you see me doubling down on damage just like that, even though those people are pretty far spread out. Now the reload isn't the quickest. It only has 8, but it's extremely accurate. It does have a lead to it, but there is no drop. Even when you're in what I would call a hip fire position, even though this is a third-person shooter, it's extremely accurate. And then when you go to zoom in, it seems like you get a little bit more accuracy. And look at that. Even on the direct hits, I'm getting splash and everything around. Now, whenever I play the defensive side, which is the plant side, I always tend to gravitate towards the teleporter. Try to kill it if I can, but cause as much mischief as possible. And of course, I've got my Gatling gun as my secondary that I'm going to try to use somewhat sparingly because I want to see how strong and how well I can do with this primary. There's nothing better than getting on a rooftop in a sneaky angle or behind a car, getting in planted position, busting out the Gatling gun, and just mowing down 2 or 3 unsuspecting souls as this guy's getting ready to use his ass cannon and has no idea that I'm behind him, hitting him with all them berries. So here's more splash damage, 20 bombs, even on misses. And I think the biggest issue with this thing is the splash when there's multiple targets around. And at this range, you're seeing the direct hits are 35. So there is a reduction. The question is it not enough of a reduction? As the scientist gets just a little bit too close for comfort. As that guy gets gooed, becomes an easy target. And I'm picking up splash damage on things that I don't even see. Of course, I'm trying to find my way back to their teleporter and cause as much chaos as possible. And when it's on this set, it's back here behind this house. And this is a nasty little spot. Don't shoot right away. Don't give away your position with the damage indicators. Wait till you get to a nice spot, but don't blow half of your shots. That's what happens when you play Battlefield and try to switch over to lower sensitivity in Gardens and Graveyards. Get a nice little reload and wait to see who shows their face. Reminding myself that I didn't kill the last guy, and he's probably coming hunting, and 60 damage just ended that poor soul's life. Drop the chili bomb and work on the engineer, who can really mess up my day. Cover myself while I'm reloading. Try to figure out where he is, and that's the bonus of third-person shooters. You can really use all those angles and that field of view to your advantage. And I've got some help with the cactus, and that coffin hits like a truck, not to mention it has a ton of hit points. So here's some examples of where we're going to see some more splash damage at its finest, where I'm getting 2 and 3 targets in the splash damage once I get going. Not to say this is the best spot to Gatling gun, but when there's one guy already anchored up, it most certainly does not hurt to have a second. The DPI can be absolutely massive when there's multiple guys Gatlinged up, and the engineer slides away. I decide to get out of dodge quickly as somebody gets a beat on me. The engineer is the guy that you more than likely want to kill before he gets to that transporter, because the last thing you want to do is allow him to get that set up, and there's going to be a swarm of bad guys on your doorstep. And here I am trying to take a look and getting some 15 damage, some reduced splash damage. And right here, 35. Point blank a couple times, sneaking over to the sunflower, trying to get some heals, and back into the madness. Chili bomb out. Probably didn't even have to hit this guy once. And a couple zombies to the sky, waving their hands side to side in excitement of that chili bomb. And here's another example of the splash damage with this variant of the Pea Shooter as I turn my head to a couple more foot soldiers. And look at that. Dual 20s, triple 20s, and actually get a vanquish out of that. And look at that. Splash damage around the corner. He gets his healing well out. And I might have been able to finish that kill if I stuck with it. And of course I want to kill that healing well. But look, the scientist comes back and I get lucky enough to get a direct hit for 35 of that damage. And work on another foot soldier behind cover and try to find that sweet spot as he rocket jumps to safety. More than likely, if I would have hit him in the sky, that would have been a death because he quickly flopped over like a sack of potatoes. 35 at range times 2 because there is no drop to this thing. Again, there's lead, but no drop as I'm trying to get a couple direct hits and get taken out. Quickly rushing back to that area because they are putting a lot of pressure on our cap point, which is what tends to happen once they get their teleporter up. It's going to be a lot of bad guys very consistently, so I've got to quickly turn my attention because it looks like they've got one zombie on and more to come with my chili bean bomb almost off of cooldown. What do you guys think about the brand new Very Berry shooter in the pea shooter slot? Is it a little bit too OP? Is it too much of an upgrade and not much of a side grade? Let me know what you guys think down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this round of Gardens and Graveyards for Plants vs. Zombies on the PC. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon, YouTubers.